Greg Smith.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. I rise to speak in support of this budget, a trifold balancing act, continuing COVID support, stimulus for recovery and fixing the public finances. And faced with £335 billion in borrowing from the COVID support schemes, the Chancellor does have a difficult task. But I can immediately help him with in excess of £100 billion of that, as I would not be true to myself or indeed my constituents if I did not once more urge him to cancel HS2, a project with a flimsy business case to start with, now blown apart by projections that rail demand is down for the long term. But critically, we need stimulus for growth. These tax increases are uncomfortable, but I very much trust that the Treasury modelling will show those new rates to be on the right side of the Laffer curve. But fundamentally, this budget has many measures that will stimulate growth. I particularly welcome the super deduction measures to unlock investment, fuel duty freezes for families and businesses alike, the restart grants to give retail, hospitality and others a fighting chance, along with the extension of the 5% VAT rate, frozen alcohol duties, free ports and help to grow, and the extension of furlough and the self-employed grants to give businesses certainty as they plan ahead, particularly those with long lead times for new contracts. It does remain a mystery to me why some of those self-employed earning over £50,000 and owner-directors of limited companies paying themselves through dividends have not enjoyed the same support as those on furlough or the SEISS, as those micro and small businesses, many in the creative, cultural, tourism, events and hospitality sectors, entrepreneurs to the core, are essential to our recovery, and we must find a fiscal way to get them to the other side of this crisis. And I'm proud that my local council, Buckinghamshire Council, has been able to support many of them through the additional restrictions grants. But it was with enormous sadness that I've heard from far too many of them in my constituency simply giving up. I particularly urge the Treasury to look once more at a sector I've spoken about before, the coach industry. One firm in my constituency is shouldering over £30,000 a month in losses, serving debts that have been caused because the state has asked them to meet PSVAR and Euro 6 standards, and more debt simply cannot be the answer for firms like this. But to conclude, Madam Deputy Speaker, this is a very strong budget, a budget that is honest about the level of national borrowing, but that understands the path to recovery must come from growth. If we can close those gaps and open up as soon as possible, this budget will set us in good stead for growth and prosperity.